Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck were looking really cozy and happy together this weekend. And I've got a really interesting take on it, and it's got nothing to do with them getting back together. And please subscribe too, because you're helping grow my small channel. For the first time in quite a while, we saw Ben Affleck smiling and looking all happy in a lot of different photos that you've seen online and around. And Jennifer Garner's looked really happy too, and she looks very happy. And even though she's in a relationship with somebody else, not with Ben, obviously. And also too, just a little side note, keep in mind that while JLO spent her birthday alone, JLO visited Ben on his birthday, which is kind of interesting too. So it kind of shows a one-way street happening where JLO's doing anything she could to save this relationship while Ben is obviously long gone. And obviously, and we've talked about this already, but a lot of the problems a lot of the embarrassment and hurt on JLO's part has been because Ben pursued the relationship, but it takes some twists and turns here, and we'll get into that right now. I find a little bit eerie, disturbing. Kind of disturbing is how happy Jennifer Garner looks. And you say, well, she's just a happy-go-lucky person. And I really haven't too much of an opinion of her up to this point. I mean, I thought she's always okay. My views kind of changed on her, and I'll tell you why. So you could say, well, she's happy. She's happy that Ben's happy again, and she's happy that Ben's around the kids. See, I kind of think that Jennifer Garner is happy that JLo's exiting the picture or is being pushed out of the picture. And I think the reason why is because JLo's a strong person, very strong person, and probably in charge in a lot of things. In charge of her life, and she's probably the director in her sphere, meaning in her life, the people around her, the relationships she's in, and that's probably what pushes her relationships apart. Is she probably drives the relationship where it's not so much a two-way street with them. It's probably a one-way street with JLo running things, because that's how her personality is. That's how she's become so successful in her life, because she's just like a steam train, just plowing forward, and that's cool. And I think now with JLo being pushed out of the picture, Jennifer Garner's happy because now she is kind of in charge. Even though Jennifer Garner doesn't seem like she's got that personality, but there's a lot of people who want to be in charge, but that's not their personality. And that might be her personality because she wants to be the helper. She wants to always help Ben. She always wants to look out for him. She always wants to get him into rehab and get him close to the kids. And she wants to look after him when he's in trouble, and when he got in trouble, when he was all the multiple times drinking, when he's been with different women, when he's gone out of a relationship. She's always there. Is kind of like that safety net for him. And I think that's what she likes. I think that's her personality. And good or bad, I'm not even making a judgment on that. Actually, I am making a judgment on it. But anyways, but that's not even, I guess what I'm saying is that's not a judgment. That's just how she seems to be. Some people are like that. Everyone's got different styles of their personality. So she's always the fixer or the soft landing for Ben. When he gets in trouble, when he gets himself in trouble, when he causes himself trouble, when people get tired of him and kick him out, whatever it might be. Even though he's the one who seems to be causing a lot of these problems, she, meaning Jennifer Garner, probably encourages Ben that he is the victim. And that's why Ben, again, is coming off like such a weasel in all this, because instead of being a man and standing up and even if he doesn't want to be with JLo, fine. You could stand up and say, hey, I don't want to be together, break it off and move on. But instead it seems like he's doing this thing where he's kind of bouncing, not really bouncing back and forth, but it almost seems like he's not shutting that door. Like he's leaving that open, and he's letting Jennifer Garner come and be that landing spot, that happy spot for him. And this is the problem with this. This is the problem I have with this, is that Jennifer Garner is still, obviously they're exes and they have kids together. So they're going to have a relationship, and it's better that they have a good relationship because they've got kids. So having a positive relationship is a good thing, right? And Jennifer Garner's in a committed relationship right now too. So the problem is that while she's there for Ben, he will eventually get into another relationship, and then he'll ditch her he'll ditch Jennifer Garner all over again, which he constantly does. And then she just brings him back and, coddles him, whatever it might be. It's the strangest, weirdest relationship. But I guess if you look around even your own life, you see these relationships happening where people are like that. And why is it? I don't know, but that seems to be what's happening. And that's the problem is that he's going to end up getting another relationship. Whether he's going to get himself in trouble, whether he's going to get himself in a weird situation, but he'll be in another relationship and then he'll be long gone. He'll be away from Jennifer Garner, away from their kids, and then all of a sudden, that the relationship's going to go sour, and then he'll be back there with his kids with Jennifer, because I think there's also probably part of Jennifer Garner, because obviously she wants to be that safe spot for him. She wants to be like that I don't know if you want to call it like the helper, whatever, not helper, but like that person who he turns to when he needs something. She wants to be that person, like his safe space. I think there's also part of her that wants him to be involved with their kids, because what it seems like over the years is that he doesn't seem very involved with the kids. And maybe you think differently, and by all means, comment and tell me differently. But he doesn't seem like it. When he seems to be involved with the kids is when the women in his life want him involved with the kids, meaning Jennifer Garner. He was involved with his kids, it seemed like, with JLO, because by a lot of reports, JLO has a good relationship with his kids, which is odd because it doesn't seem like she's got a great relationship with her own kids, But again, who are we to judge? Because being a parent is very complicated. It's not what you think it is. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have kids, you have no idea. And before you have kids, you think like, oh, okay, well, this person's an idiot because this person, does this and this and this wrong, but it's so complicated, and it's way more complicated, and people have their own personalities, meaning kids have their own personalities, parents have their own personalities. So sometimes those personalities clash, and sometimes they get along great, and that's great. But it's if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't like to make a judgment as far as them being a parent, but when it seems like they're involved with everyone else except the kids, it's kind of odd. But again, Ben's really coming off like a weasel right now, just because he's kind of in between. It seems like he's playing this victim, and now he's acting all happy around Jennifer Garner. And again, I think it's because there's no expectations there, because the expectations with Jennifer Garner, they're set so low, probably because he's not involved. He wasn't a good spouse. He doesn't seem like he's totally involved dad. He's always off doing something else. So I say he likes being coddled, and maybe his mom's like that. I don't know. I know he's got a close relationship with his mom. I don't know how that is, but I'm guessing it's the same way with his mom, where she probably coddles him, and everyone else is wrong except him. But again, we'll see. I mean, this drama from the relationship is far from over, and it just seems like it's getting stranger and odder as we go, and this twist now with Jennifer Garner and how she's looking so happy and pleased. It's kind of weird.